to Resurrection, we started studying this book by a guy named Bob Goff. And so he's this lawyer, but he's not a normal lawyer. He has his office on the end of a pier in Disneyland, and that's where he has all his clients come to talk to him.
Hi, it's Bob Goff here, and I'm on Tom Sawyer Island at Disneyland. How cool is that?
So we took this idea of trying to be more whimsical, and we went to Resurrection with a bunch of bubbles, and during our free time, we started to give them out to people just to make them happy.
We gave 300 bubbles of this size away.
We went into a store that sold like a bunch of hot sauce and stuff, and we gave the guy bubbles, and he took them, like he looked all tough, and then he took the bubbles, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna blow some bubbles. And he blew it and he goes, whee! And then
yes, we actually gave the little kid some bubbles, and he got really happy and excited over it.
The girls and I, we went into this store that sold socks. And so the lady at the counter, we walked up to her and we said, hey, you know what? You've probably been having a hard weekend because working with people in customer service is always a hard thing to do. And so we just want to give you these bubbles. You know, everybody was trying to find the catch with the bubbles. And so she said, okay, why are you giving out these bubbles? Is this for like a raffle or something, or is this to just spread the love? And so we're like, it's just to spread the love.
And I said, hey, have some bubbles because Jesus loves you.
Our speaker said that smaller things like a seed can grow into something bigger and more beautiful. And we wait on Jesus.
Good.
Well, on Saturday morning, they were talking about, there was a ball pit. And two random strangers would go into them sitting together in the ball pit. They had no idea who each other were. And they would just start talking. And it led into conversations that were just weird between strangers that normally wouldn't happen. And in the end, the message it was about going out of your comfort zone to get closer to something you love. And when you put that into like religious terms, it's going out of your comfort zone to get closer to Jesus.
Perfect. Awesome. It's Lucy and Lucy. What was our Bible verse this weekend?
Our Bible verse this weekend was Psalms 27:14, which said, wait patiently for the Lord, be strong and courageous, wait patiently. Our lesson on Saturday was pertaining to the Bible verse, and from Luke 18, it's the parable of the persistent widow, and she kept on asking and asking and asking the judge to do something for her. And that's kind of how we should be patient and wait for the Lord to do things for us, but we need to be persistent and keep asking.
What's something you learned this weekend, Josh?
I learned that you should always love the people around you because you don't know how it'll affect them and how much it'll make them.
I learned that bubbles can make anyone happy.
I learned that waiting on the Lord, no matter how hard it could be, will always get you someplace awesome.
I learned that I'm really bad at mini golf.
Tell the speaker gave out his phone number to 10,000 teenagers.
Yeah.
The worship band was City Harmonic. We ended up having this second year in a row that they came, and they were really great.
This year, Justin and I served communion, I served the bread, and
I got to serve the grape juice, and I also learned that people get a little messy with the grape juice. And my hands were a little purple after the communion. How many was it?
In our session, there were about 7,000 people, so we had our own section. But
My favorite part was whenever we were all on Jeanette's bed and Elizabeth shut her off.
That part was super lame.
Our favorite part was giving away the bubbles and making people happy because of Jesus. So yeah, happy. I agree with that.
We
What's your favorite part, Bree?
Went swimming and when we went shopping.
What was your favorite?
Let's do it together. Hour. Why? Count.
Verse.
Our Bible verse this week was Tom's. There's no book in the Bible called Tom.